Sally calls up our old teammate to teach us how to do the hurricane. Probably not a great idea since her and Norton haven't spoken since she left the team. He drives with a mean streak and dusts Sally on the track. We follow Norton, trying to catch him practicing the move, but Carl loses his pet turtle instead. That's the last time I'm going along with his detective missions. Luckily, we find it, and Norton helps us out. The impossible move.
All right, X. We can do this. Let's nail it. Hurricane!
Nope, not gonna make it.
Oh, darn, what's wrong?
What are you doing? Quick, turn!
This stinks. I still can't get it.
Are you even serious about this?
Huh?
If you're actually gonna pull this off, you can't afford a single mistake. Got it? Look, you started your drag and draft on that turn. It was way too late, and that totally messed up the rest of your spin. You're zigzagging all over that straightaway, so when you hit the second turn, you had to overcompensate for that first mistake.
But I thought you could steer a hurricane around turns, can't you?
Yeah, but you've gotta just barely touch the transmitter to do anything. It's almost like you ride the hurricane. Go with its flow, you know what I mean? As soon as you start trying to force it, you'll lose it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm starting to figure this out.
After the first turn, you should have choked back on the throttle a bit and lightly tapped your car straight. Then you would have been able to come into the second turn at a better angle.
I think I get what you mean. I'm gonna give it another try, Kay?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do it, X-Wind. Do it! Hurricane!
You got it this time! Wait for it.
I'll never get this. It's too hard. Sorry to let you down. I'm really trying, but...
Don't beat yourself up. Maybe you should just postpone the race.
No way. I've got to do this. I'm not just racing to beat Tommy. He's got to apologize for pulling a fast one on Heather. He owes her at least that much. Besides, I could never pull out of a race I called. That'd be lame. It's gonna be dark soon. Sally, think your dad would let me into practice?
Come on, Frank.
Why isn't Norton coaching him?
Now! Dragon Draft!
Nice! You timed it way better, see? Your hurricane's so much smoother.
Yeah, and it's stronger too.
That's because you went into your spin at the same angle your tires are towed out.
I can feel it pulling X.
That's the flow I was talking about. Now ride it!
He's gonna crash it!
Just a touch.
That was smooth. He didn't force it. Now ease up on the throttle. And that's a wrap.
Nice one! That was textbook!
Wicked move! The part I saw, at least.
Nice. Looks like you got it.
Thanks, Norton. I think I get what you mean by barely touching the transmitter, but it was still harder to control than I thought.
I think it's time you upgraded. Thing is, most RTRs come with a fairly basic setup. Models like X-Wind here, they tend to have a softer suspension system. This, along with the sway bar, keeps as much of the outside tires to the ground as possible on turns. That's what makes them easier to control when you're cornering. But as you get more experience, it's good to modify the car to fit your style of driving. Besides, it's fun to mess around and amp up your ride.
So basically you're saying you think I need to fix X-Wind?
Not fix, upgrade. Nothing's wrong with it. You're a better racer than you used to be. You can even do the Hurricane now. No sense letting your car hold you back, right? Tommy's upgraded his, and you wouldn't want to lose just because of that.
So what kind of changes can I do to make X better?
I think you need to drain the fluid out of your shocks and reset the damping rate for even more control. At the same time, add a differential to the sway bar. That'll transfer more power to your outside wheels during turns, making them spin faster.
Huh? That's all it'd take?
Well, since you asked, I'd replace your old motor with a Super Double T. It's a high-end engine with a top speed of 50 miles an hour. Just imagine how much better X-Wind will be with that kind of power under its hood. Another thing you could do is add an airflow system to its body for better aerodynamics. All these mods are pretty easy. You could do them yourself if you're interested.
Yeah, you know it!
Mom, what are all these brochures for?
Those are the boarding schools your father and I are looking at. We've been talking about this for a while, and we think you'll be ready for the move by next semester. Flip through them and see which ones appeal to you.
This is so cool! What do you think X-Wind's gonna look like when you're done with all those upgrades? I bet it'll be way cooler than Tommy's car.
Let me focus. It's hard enough trying to hang on to this with Charles's beating tools.
There they are.
Hey, guys.
Hey, nerds, you miss me?
How'd it go? Did you finish?
Feast your eyes. The new and improved X-Wind.
Very nice, Frank. I couldn't have done a better job myself. Looks like you changed the damping rate and softened your shocks. Plus, you added air vents on both the front and the back to direct the airflow.
I bet that's gonna make your machine way more stable and easy to handle.
Yeah, I actually did everything your dad suggested, but the biggest change is the engine. I took out the old one and replaced it with the Super Double T.
Really? Oh, bro, you've got to give it a spin and see how fast it'll tear up the track. Who invited him to the party?
Don't get all worked up. He's picking up his car. I hope you don't mind, Tommy, but I went ahead and made a few additional changes. Check it out. I looked at your linkage and it was pretty much toast, so I replaced it with some new heavy-duty wire. While I was at it, I also threw in a new servo, because yours was looking a bit shabby. No offense.
Huh? Cool. And what's with the metal thing you put on the back of Polar Wolf?
That is a chassis weight.
Which is...
A little weight on the back axle that gives the car stability. It also increases your acceleration because it presses down on your rear wheels, which is where most of your power comes from.
The motor, is that the original?
Aha! That's the Triple V. It can reach speeds up to 55 miles per hour.
55? Whose side are you on? Frank's engine can only go up to 50. You trying to sabotage the race? Explain yourself. All you had to do was make a couple of minor repairs, but no! You had to go and get that phony a bigger engine than Frank's.
I hope you've been practicing as much as I have, because this could be one seriously intense race, even though I still have the better car.
It's not that simple, son. Your cars have been changed to fit your different racing techniques. A faster car doesn't necessarily mean it'll win. The only way you'll see who's better is on the track. So let's put them to the test.
polar wolf!
Action time, X-Wind!
Ready, set, go!
The wolf's so fast now. Frank's gonna have a hard time keeping up. Lightning drift! Whoa, it's swinging out like crazy. I gotta be careful with this new engine.
This is awesome. With all the changes, it's almost like X knows exactly what it wanted to do.
Cornering so easy now. Not. It's a lot harder to handle than before. Oh no! I thought Tommy's car was extra stable now. Why is it fishtailing all over the place?
He should have asked for practice time. He hasn't figured out how to drive it with the new upgrades yet.
Awesome, dude. You're just in time. Frank hasn't ripped out his hurricane yet.
Could you keep it down? I'm trying to watch the race.
Yo, Frank! Sally wants me to keep it down, but I'm cheering inside.
Looks like Tommy's getting a feel for how his car handles. Frank better do it soon while there's still time.
You're dreaming if you think you can take me out. You've obviously been practicing, but one of the keys to great racing is knowing when to make your move. Tough luck, you just missed your chance.
He's cornering wide. I might be able to sneak by him.
This guy won't get off my tail. I can't shake him.
Nice, bro! You got the inside!
I'm in the lead.
Oh, wait. I gotta catch up. Here's my hurricane!
It's drag and draft time. Into a hurricane.
Oh man, that was just the right moment, because Tommy flew by him with his move.
Check it out! Frank's hurricane's way faster!
It's not faster, it's stronger. He timed everything perfectly, so now it's basically drawing the other kid's car in. People forget how powerful this move can actually be.
I'm just saying he's gonna beat Broccoli Head.
It's too tight! I'll crash!
Do it, bro! Just slam into him if you have to!
I gotta be careful. I could end up wrecking both our cars.
What are you doing? Hey, that's totally lame! He's only gonna win because Frank's too much of a softie!
You just didn't want to wreck X-Wind.
Yeah, but... Dude!
I lost again.
No way, bro! You were just too nice to smash into his car! He should have let you win for framing us with those gift certificates!
Why'd you hold back like that? You could have won the race.
'Cause if I hit you at that speed, Polar Wolf would have gone flying off the track. It wouldn't have been cool to wreck it right after you got it fixed.
If you're trying to guilt me out for beating you, don't bother. I don't care what your excuse is. Remember our deal? I won, so now you gotta stay away from me.
Hold on!
Never mind, just drop it, Carl.
No fair! Why'd you do that?
I told you, I felt bad for him.
You did the right thing. I would have done the same.
You guys are crazy! That kid gets away with everything!
Carl, think about it. How would you feel if somebody went and T-boned Fly?
Like my dad always says, good racers respect all the cars on the track.
Sounds like your dad knows what he's talking about. Tommy's not all bad, you know.
Hey, wait! That's Tommy's car! What are you doing with it?
There's no way it's his car. It doesn't have any of the upgrades my dad did. Weird how it almost looks exactly like Tommy's before all the mods were done.
What's a grandma doing with a fake polar wolf?
It's not a fake. I made 2 cars that were exactly the same. I held on to this one and gave the other to my grandson Tommy as a birthday present when he turned 6.
You made them? No wonder it's so special to him. Wait a second. Are
You his grandma?
And I've been his grandma for his entire life. We used to spend a lot of time practicing together with our cars. That is until one day. Is something the matter, darling?
Tommy, come here this instant. I received a disturbing phone call this afternoon from Tommy's teacher. She said she caught him cheating the other day and that he was supposed to have talked to me about it. You two spend a lot of time together. Did you know anything about this, Mom?
I would have told you.
Mommy? I was scared to tell you. It's not Grandma's fault.
Maybe not, but I've already made up my mind. Tommy will go to a boarding school. I hired a tutor to help him out with his homework, and I'll look after him the rest of the time. His grades will have to improve. I appreciate all you've done, but we won't be needing you anymore, Mother.
I don't want a tutor. I only want Grandma.
Enough. Less time racing and you wouldn't have cheated in the first place.
No, Grandma, don't go. It's not fair. I don't want you to leave. Mom, please don't make her go.
It may not seem fair, Tommy, but that's how it is. You be a good boy and listen to your mother, understand?
No, I don't want you to go. Mom, I promise I won't cheat anymore. I'll study harder. I'll do whatever you say. But please don't make Grandma go. She didn't do anything wrong. Please, Mom. Grandma!
Now Now I get why he tried to frame Heather. He didn't want to get shipped off to school.
Yes, he's been having trouble dealing with his home life.
No kidding.
You have to understand, he's trying to do everything he can to stay here, even if it means cheating. But going to boarding school will be good for him, and the only way he'll accept this is if he loses fair and square. Will you race him again for me?
Who, me?
The only way Frank will beat him is if he does a hurricane, and that didn't go so great the last time.
He almost knocked Tommy's car off the track. That move's way too dangerous.
It doesn't have to be, though. Not a lot of people know this, but there's more than one way to pull a hurricane. I can teach you how to do it, and it's not the least bit dangerous.
Huh?